NHL on TNT postgame show presented by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Back here in the studio, Liam McHugh, Anson Carter, Paul Bissonnette. Sidney Crosby gets a goal and an assist. The Pittsburgh Penguins take down the Philadelphia Flyers. They extend the series to a 5th game back in Pittsburgh. The man with the game-winning goal is Kris Letang, and he joins us now. Kris, thanks so much for coming on. Congratulations. Biz, go ahead.
Tanger, what's up, buddy? That looked a lot more like the Penguins that we're used to seeing, especially in the regular season. How much emphasis going in was kind of leaving a lot of the nonsense out of it and just focusing on your game and getting to what you guys do best?
Yeah, no, you said it. I think all year we didn't play a game that we scrum it out or slow the game down. We're a team that has speed and play a collective game with pace. So I think it's just to focus on our game and do what we do best. And we got the result today.
Tanger, it's Ace. Great game tonight. You guys had 2 days off in between games instead of your normal 1 day off in between games. Did that benefit your veteran hockey club with getting that extra day worth of rest?
Yeah, no, for sure. You know, and it helps to kind of cool off the momentum. Obviously, things were not going our way. You get a couple of days, 1 day off, and a practice day to fix a couple of things. I think it always helps.
I think Sidney Crosby at this point still amazes us that he can surprise us with moments of greatness at this age. Listen, I know he's at the Olympics playing hockey, but should the Canadian national team be looking at him for soccer at this point? And is he just dominating hallway soccer with the Penguins?
I don't think he dominates that, but he's pretty. Everything he touches, apparently, he's pretty good at it. He can be a quarterback. He can be a baseball player. He's good at everything, so he's going to keep amazing.
And Tanger, I think we got to talk about Sheelos. I thought he was tremendous tonight. A couple great lower body saves there, keeping that lower body strength and out of the net, especially on that Forrester breakaway. What can you say about a guy coming in that situation, hadn't played the first 3 games, and taking over tonight and playing as well as he did?
Yeah, I know. I think all year we went back and forth with our goalies, and we felt comfortable with whoever was in the cage. And I think tonight he proved that he can have the number 1 spot too. So I think he's composed. He's really good side to side. He's really fast, and you know he has a calm demeanor out there.
And Tanger, just my last one. I'm not trying to kick up any unnecessary drama, but do you guys on the bench see Gritty throwing the Penguin over the top balcony into the lower balcony and then hitting it with a crutch multiple times? Like, do you guys see that? And how do you feel about the mascot doing that to a Penguin?
I mean, it's a little bit of nonsense again. We don't want to focus on that, but I did see it. I did see a penguin with crutches out there, but I don't think it's the real one. It's not the real iceberg.
No,
that's right.
No, it was a dummy.
He's not getting dragged in. Not by the Flyers. No. Not by Gritty.
Not by you.
That's why you're a first ballot Hall of Famer, and first ballot Hall of Famer salad as well, buddy.
No, thanks, man. Thanks, Biz.
Chris, thanks for your time. Congratulations.
Awesome game, Tanger.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
They should get like a Pantene Pro V sponsorship on the jerseys. Yeah, Carlson, Tanger, Crosby still got all of it.
It's not really fair. Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's.
We can move on.
I'm a little sad now too. All right. Kind of a mature win though, and I think you look at the guys who stepped up. I mean, the people we talked about. It was Sidney Crosby, who you'd expect to step up, and then on the other side it was Artur Sheelovs, who I mean, I think we'd seen some things, and we'll get to him because he played an important role. But Crosby, I think we had a feeling that this is a team that may not be swept. And it was because of players like this and the plays he makes.
Well, he was incredible. I mean, first that shot that caught Bedard off guard, not even stick handling off his backhand, one time in that shot, and that pass. I think Tanger was talking about how good Sid is at everything. I think I've seen him hit a home run at PNC Park where the Pirates play. He could do it all. The guy's the ultimate winner. So I don't think we should be surprised that he was going to go down today's game and not get swept, Biz. But he's going to lead the charge. He's going to play the way he plays. But it's more about the effort he brings to the table. It's like the little things. And I'm sure he's in that locker room saying, hey, boys, we placed a little bit of doubt in this young Philadelphia Flyers team. Let's go back home. Let's rest up Let's get ready for the next game.
Yeah, I mean, the leadership is second to none in what he provides. I think that what we marvel at the most is the fact when he came into the league, he had so much speed, right? So he was a burner, and he could beat you with that and just dominate you physically. And obviously, he's still so strong and powerful down low, fighting guys off and protecting the puck. But it's just like the little details to the game and where he can just mentally beat you. For instance, off that face-off, the little subtle hook, positioning himself a little farther outside the slot to prepare himself from that pass from Karlsson. So just as he's progressed through his career and how long he's done it as far as the longevity, the amount of years he's been a point-per-game player, it always hasn't been the same way how he collects points. Better around the net, you know, the way he deflects it off to the side of the net and just constantly working on those little skills to his game. And they were in full display tonight. Like even you mentioned it off the wall, like making sure the upper body battle's going on and him finding a way to get that loose puck and then kicking it to Letang while his upper body's tied up.
And then after that play, just quickly, I just want to piggyback off that because after he makes that play where he kicks the puck, he sort of subtly lead blocks, right? It could be interference, but he basically clears a lane for Letang and does it in a way it's not going to draw a penalty, but he has space to make the play. It's just amazing.
It's because he plays best when he's initiating contact. He does not play on the outside. He wants to play within the dots.
Yeah.
He wants to draw you, and he wants to feel that contact with his body. And I thought in tonight's game, I thought he was best at not getting involved in the extracurriculars. When you see Sid cross-checking, hacking, and whacking, and beaking you, he's such a fierce competitor. You know, he can't help himself sometimes. And when he's doing that, that's not a good sign for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
No, you were saying before, the Flyers love it. That's what they want to see. They want to see him react. I want to talk just big picture. And I know it's early. I know it's 3-1. But we looked at the series. We saw 3-0. And listen, I know Flyers fans were thinking sweep, but we looked at teams. Only 4 of them had come back from an 0-3 hole. And the last one was the Kings back in 2014 against San Jose. Does this set up as a potential? I mean, are things here because of the championship pedigree of what Pittsburgh has and because Philadelphia, while they're a talented team, they're not an explosive offensive team, that this could fall into that category where you said, hey, this is a possibility here?
It could. You know, I don't see why not. I still think that the Flyers are going to take this as a learning experience. This is the first time for a lot of those young Flyers players to be in an elimination game. And that's the hardest game to win in the series. I don't care how well you played the previous 3 games. That 4th game, especially going against a team that has that heart of a line, heart of a championship team, it's going to be the hardest team, Biz. So I think they're going to take this back, take that information back. Coach Rick Tockett's going to talk to the fellas and just, now you could tell them. I think you could tell them all you want before, but unless you go through it and you feel it and you experience it, you have no idea. But I still think there's a chance that Philadelphia Flyers could close the series out, but it's not going to be easy.
No, I mean, like, Philly's going to keep playing the way they do. They're incredible defensively. They still did a really good job at limiting shots 5-on-5. But if you're Pittsburgh, you have to take away the positives. The power play generated you momentum. It scored a goal, and it wasn't as sloppy as prior games where they were giving up odd man rushes where credit to Skinner. Like, Skinner made some big saves in those first 3 games and stood tall. The other thing, too, is Vladar obviously was a game-time decision, right? So he wasn't coming in fully healthy, and then he ended up having a blunder tonight, right? So you take that as an advantage because if you look at the regular season, I'm pretty sure Philadelphia is saying that was our MVP, right? So maybe chipping away at his confidence. So now you get to go back home, obviously playing against a very difficult team. They're also going to have to battle the fact that those ugly mustard-colored jerseys, they have to put them back on. So let's see if they can get over the hump that way as well.
The Temu Predators jerseys?
The Temu Predators jerseys. The one thing that's melting a lot of people's skulls, and I'm sure they're regretting deciding to go with those. But I think going home, it's going to be huge. It's going to be a completely different game. And I think that Philly is also aware, hey, these guys are smart enough not to get into the nonsense anymore. We're going to have to close this out in style, and they're going to see that Pittsburgh team we saw tonight for as many games as it's going to take for them to close this thing out.
Yeah, and I think as a neutral, right, as someone who isn't concerned with the outcome of this series, seeing this series get extended is the best.
Yeah.
You want to keep this rivalry going. You want to see this go as far as it can and see the stakes be their highest. Well, we're at least getting a Game 5. That's back in Pittsburgh. That's Monday.
I want to see how Iceberg retaliates and see if he jumps in the mix here with the gritty
nonsense.
We'll see.
I thought you didn't want to stir it up.
Play of the game presented by Panera. It's this one.
Ooh.
Remember? Matt Boldy, another overtime winner in this series. This one's all tied up 2-2, Minnesota and Dallas. We'll dive into that highlights right after this.
Ours were toast tonight.